Thank you for turning to page 121. Welcome back to page 121. Today I'm going to take another look at a Spellfire deck. This is a Greyhawk, World of Greyhawk deck that I built for my wife to play. She's used it to good effect. In fact, last time she played this with this deck, she won. So a couple things before I get into the deck. I just want to state we play just for fun. We play usually 5 or 6 of us playing at one time. So our decks are built for fun, for different tricks, and we also allow fan cards from the internet. So we're not competitive in any way. We don't try to be. This is just for fun. So having said all that, here we go. First card in the deck, I'm going to take a look at do the deck breakdown first, I guess. I have 12 realms in this deck, 1 holding, 2 magic items, 2 artifacts, 6 allies, 9 events, 12 magic user spells, and 12 champions for a total of 56 cards. Again, we play with 56 cards because we play a holding as a realm. So, first realm in this deck is going to be the Temple of Elemental Evil. Immediately draw 3 cards when the temple is played. Pretty standard in one of my Greyhawk decks. The Free City of Greyhawk. Any champion defending Greyhawk can cast cleric and wizard spells. Very useful, especially in this magic user heavy deck. Border Garrison. This realm can defend itself as a level 10 wizard. But the special power that's really the reason it's in this deck, regardless of where it is in the formation, it must be attacked first. This is a wonderful realm to put in your 2nd or 3rd rank, because the person attacking it has to be able to get to it, and so do their allies. It can be a challenge. Furiandi, the kingdom my AD&D campaign is based in. When first played, Furiandi can remove 1 wizard from play. The wizard is discarded. We do this as when first played. The instant it's laid down, it has to be declared. This power does not work again if the realm is rebuilt later in the game. Here is the dungeon card in this deck, again working as a realm. Labyrinth of Castle Greyhawk. This player's Greyhawk realms may only be raised or discarded through combat. Again, a great deep rank card because you have to destroy them through combat. You can't throw any kind of event on them or even disintegrate anything like that. It's got to be through combat. And since a wish doesn't work on realms, that makes it really tough to crack a formation. The Ruins of Iolonia. And again, this one is not labeled. It's supposed to be a Ravenloft card, but in this case, we let it be an AD&D, and in our game, it's legal to have AD&D and one world mixed. These ruins are so forlorn that only undead champions and allies will attack this realm. Great lead realm. Border Post. This realm can defend itself as a level 5 hero. If it's in the same formation as Border Garrison, its level adds to that realm. So Border Garrison, which I mentioned earlier, goes from level 10 to level 15 if it's defending itself. County of Sundi. Any champion can use wizard spells when defending the County of Sundi. Spells are doubled in level, so if it's got an icon of, say, +4, it's now +8 if you're defending Sundi. Greyhawk Ruins. All Greyhawk champions of this player gain 2 levels. That's a great card to have. Again, it's a good deeper realms card, deeper level, but all your Greyhawk champions gain 2 levels. AD&D champions in our game do not count as Greyhawk champions. They would not gain this. The Vast Swamp can defend itself as a level 9 undead wizard. Non-flying attackers are at half their adjusted level, rounded down. The Scarlet Brotherhood. Player can eliminate 1 champion from any pool at the start of his turn. This realm is then raised. Raised, of course, means it's turned upside down. The champion from the pool at the start of his turns, this is before he draws cards, so that's up to the player to remember to do it. When this realm is raised, if it's later rebuilt, the power does not regenerate. The Isle of Beacon Point. This is an AD&D realm. Champions defending this realm can use any card types: spells, psionic power cards, unarmed combat cards, blood abilities, etc. So just a good all-around realm. I only have 1 holding that I put into this deck, and it does get more Greyhawk than the Village of Hamlet. The attached realm must be raised twice during one player's turn to earn spoils of victory. The holding is not discarded till the realm is raised twice. Very useful power. Going with that, I have 2 artifacts in this deck. This is Boiling Oil. The reason I bring the artifacts up before the magic items is Boiling Oil can only be attached to a Greyhawk realm. Any attacking champions are destroyed in a vat of boiling oil after the battle, win or lose, and discarded. When boiling oil is put on the same lead realm as the village of Hamlet, it makes the attacker pay a heavy price. He's got to raise it twice and discard each of the champions after the battle. The Sword of Kaz, again, doesn't get more Greyhawk than that. It's a +8 artifact. The base level of the opposing champion is halved. You round up. So if he was level 8, he's now level 4. This artifact does not function when used against a champion with the Eye and Hand of Vecna. Going to the 2 magic items in this, we have the Clockwork Ogre, another +8 item, this case a magic item. If the attached champion is discarded in battle, this mechanical marvel returns to the pool and is instantly attached to another champion. If there are no champions in the pool, it remains in this player's hand. So a very good recycle card here. Libram of Gainful Conjuration. This is a card off the internet. It's a +10 magic item. If attached to a wizard, his spells cannot be countered by any card, which means a Dispel Magic wouldn't work. If attached to any other kind of champion, his level is dropped by 1 and his special powers are negated. This item can be attached to an opposing player during a battle this player is involved with. So if you don't want to use this for whatever reason as a +10 magic item on your side, you can put this on an opponent during a battle and negate his special powers. Could be a good opportunity for an instant win. Okay, now we go to allies. In this deck, there are 6 allies. The first is the Intellect Devourer. It's only +1, but as you've seen in several of my decks already, we count only magic items and artifact bonuses when determining the level. So if you don't have anything, or if they don't total up above 5, you are discarded immediately. Fallen Angel. This is an internet card. She's only +1. She's a demon fiend, also a flyer. The attached champion wins the round of combat automatically. This ally is sent to the abyss after the round of combat instead of being discarded. So she's only a 1 use, but what a use. Assassins. +2 ally, but more importantly, if this card is on the losing side of battle, it destroys 1 champion anywhere in play chosen by the losing player. Great revenge card. Myrmidons. You've seen these in almost every one of my decks. When the Myrmidons are discarded, the player shuffles all discards back into the draw deck. Noble Genie. +4 ally. The opponent cannot play flyers this round of battle, and all opposing flyers already in battle are discarded. This can be a great power to play on somebody who's got a flying ally that's messing up your plans. The Dreaded Ghost. A nice 4th edition card. She's +9. She's undead. This ally drains the adjusted level of an opposing champion, except a cleric, by 9. Any that drop below 0 are instantly defeated. So another good potential instant defeat card, and a level 9 champion if nothing else. Okay, we're going on to events now. I have 9 events in this deck. First off, a Calm. This magical Calm undoes the harmful effect of an event, but only for the player of this card. Going into Calm in a lot of other videos. Ancient Curse. This one appears a lot in decks I build. Choose 1 champion with an attached artifact or magic item to be killed immediately. Discard the champion and his possessions. Of course, this can be calmed, but still, it's a good thing. It's also good to draw out a Calm. A nice 4th edition card here, Assault of Magic. Till the end of this player's next turn, all spells cast by his champions are double in level. It's a helpful event for the players, so it really can't be calmed. Deflection. This is a 5th edition, but this 4th edition card rather, but this is a copy, obviously. This player can deflect a harmful event affecting only him to any other player. So if somebody throws that Ancient Curse on you, you can deflect it wherever you want. The Caravan. My wife is very fond of this card. I had to be sure to put it in the deck. Play only between 2 players' turns. The player of this event can take a turn immediately. Afterward, play continues where it left off. Takhisis Mirror of Life Trapping. Place this on any champion. That card is out of play until Dispel Magic is cast on it. We also play that this can be calmed. Tree of Life. Play this event after another one has been played. This player may retrieve all champions in his discard pile to his pool. That is not to be underestimated, how useful that can be. Good Fortune. Player of this card draws 5 cards immediately. And it doesn't say it, but this is a helpful event, so it can't be calmed by another player. And Dispel All. Play to cancel any just played support card. This event may not be copied, and it's helpful. So, very useful card. Now we're on to magic user spells. mage spells. There are 12 of them in this deck. Time Stop. Take any one wizard pile from your draw pile and play it immediately. Then reshuffle the draw pile. Great card to get a card into play that you need. Sepia Snake Sigil. Hide under any realm in your formation. Expose when the realm is attacked. An attacker is sent to limbo until the end of the player's next turn. You discard the spell after the use, and it's a defensive phase 3 spell. You place this under your lead realm. They really don't know what it is, and if they do attack, then they're sent to limbo until after the next turn anyway. Retarget. Allows this caster to redirect a just cast offensive or defensive spell at any card in play. This spell may be cast at any time. Otto's Irresistible Dance. This is a popular one for us. Cast on any champion in a pool. He cannot attack or defend until the dance is dispelled. We also do not allow any powers to work when somebody is busy shaking their booty. Dispel Magic cancels the effects of any spell. As I've stated in the past, we do allow a Dispel Magic to be dispelled by Dispel Magic. It happens sometimes. It's fun. Wish. I think this has been in every deck I've reviewed so far. Discard any one card in play regardless of immunities except a realm. This spell can be cast at any time, but the casting champion cannot be used again till the owner's next turn. Banishment. Lots of monsters at our table. Destroys one monster of the caster's choice. And it's offensive 3 or 4. Fear. Attached to any enemy champion in a pool. Card cannot attack or defend till the fear is dispelled. Also, just like Otto's Irresistible Dance, we don't allow any powers to work. Death Spell. Kills any one champion or ally of the caster's choice of level 7 or less. That's adjusted level, but it's still a good spell. Magic Missile. It starts as a +5. The level bonus increases to... it starts at +3. Level bonus increases to +5 if cast by level 7 or 8 champion, or to +9 if cast by champion of level 9 or higher. Recall. All spells in this player's discard pile are returned to his deck and reshuffled. Very useful spell to recycle spells. And Spell Turning. Turns a just cast spell back at its caster as if the original target had cast it, and it counts as a defensive spell. So if it's turning a just cast spell, you have to look at if it's offensive, which it should be, although there are some exceptions to that as to how it would be turned and how it would be ignored. Okay, on to the champions now. There are 12 champions in this deck. They're starting out with champion level 5. This is from an online card. She's a Demon Fiend Flyer. She can cast magic user spells and use psionic power cards. In phase 3, she may copy the power of any female champion in play until this player's next turn. That last power is not to be underestimated. That can be very, very powerful for duplicating some of the female champions in the game. This is a 6th level priest who can cast wizard spells. He is Satsab, Master of Artifacts. Once per turn during his player's phase 3, Satsab can duplicate the special powers of an artifact anywhere in play. To use this ability, Satsab cannot have an attached artifact. It's a really good mid-level character to put out there. You have the ability to cast wizard spells, which this deck relies on heavily, but he can also duplicate the special powers of any artifact anywhere in play. Draw Mage, Jim Ward spell backward. Level 7 Wizard. He's a swimmer. Can attack any realm that shows coastline on the card. In battle, he can borrow any magical item in play, returning it when the round ends. Draw Mage can imitate the power of any other wizard in play. Seeing a lot of theme here with these guys. They can take items and use them, or duplicate powers of other wizards. 8th level monster, Infernia. The dragon. She can cast wizard spells and is immune to the special powers of heroes and allies. If discarded as a result of combat, she can destroy one magic item or artifact in play. Level 8. Level 8 Greyhawk Elf, Tremon Cross. Can use hero unarmed combat cards and thief skills. Tremon is Master Infiltrator, can always see any pool that is face down. Cyric, haha. Before battle is a defender only. Tremon can send the attacking champion back to its pool and choose a different champion to attack instead. With all the elements that this deck has against being attacked in the first place, his power comes in very handy. It's good to have this guy in the pool. I use the Evil, 8th level monster. He can cast wizard spells. If defeated, I use forces one raised enemy realm to be discarded or raises one realm. Fabulous revenge power. He works best when you've got the winged boots with him. This deck doesn't have the winged boots, unfortunately, but still, I use a very good card. Mature Gold Dragon, 8th level monster. She's a flyer. Goldie can cast wizard spells and use unarmed combat cards usable by dragons. She gains 4 levels if her younger self is in play anywhere. Now, if you're seeing a bit of a theme here that everybody casts wizard spells, you're correct. This deck, my wife hates Midnight from the Forgotten Realms and thinks that she should be banned, so I built in a deck that had some built-in protections against Midnight. Mildredor, Great Blue Worm, 9th level wizard. He's a dragon and a flyer. Mildredor can cast any spell. Phase 4 spells casted by him during combat are shuffled back into the draw pile instead of being discarded. So again, we have a nice power that recycles some spells. Pelgrade, the Inexorable, a 9th level wizard. He's a giant flyer swimmer. During battle, Pelgrade can cast a +7 lightning bolt offensive spell that destroys one of his opponent's magic items or artifacts. Elaran. She's a 9th level wizard. She can cast cleric spells and is immune to psionics. When she is first played, she can discard any rule card in play. She may be discarded to remove a subsequent rule card from play later. Very useful card to have all the way around. Tyborg, the Frost Giant. He is a 10th level cleric. He can cast wizard spells. Tyborg instantly slays the living wall when he is brought into play. For each giant ally played with him, Tyborg's base level increases by 10. That's his base level. It can be very powerful. And Queen Ophelia. This is a homemade card. One of my players made it for my wife. Obviously Galadriel from the Lord of the Rings saga. She's a 10th level wizard. She's a teleporter. In our game, teleporters have the same abilities essentially as Earthwalkers. She may use thief skills. Does not need special permission to cast any spells, so there's the Midnight immunity. If a Dispel, Magic, Limited Wish, or Wish spell is cast by another player's champion while Queen Ophelia is in play, she can copy these and use them once as needed. So she can just automatically copy those. So it gives her a free wish spell that she can use when she needs it. We generally play that she has to cast it immediately after the spell being cast. So there you have it. 56 cards of a very nice winning Greyhawk deck. I hope you guys enjoy these videos. I actually enjoy making them. I have fun going through the cards and just fun talking about them in general. So that's it for today on page 121. If you liked what you saw, please like and subscribe, and I'll see you next time. Well, that closes the book on another episode of page 121. Please leave your comments below, and if you enjoyed what you saw, go ahead and hit the like button and subscribe to the channel.